Hello, hello. First of all, I always seem to get these bursts of inspiration to come onto video and share something when I look my absolute worst. But that's okay. I mean, this is just an invitation to others to be real and raw and bring their full selves forward, even when we're not perfectly put together. Right. And what I wanted to share today was just a thought that I was thinking while brushing my teeth just now. In a previous video, I've mentioned the importance that I see imagination having in healing our minds, healing our hearts, so we can live a life that feels better, a little bit better every day. And so the thought that I had was what I do and what I tell other people to do is to actively use their imaginations to induce a good feeling state. Things like calm and peace, excitement, happiness, and to make that as fantastical as it needs to be to induce that state. To imagine running around on a unicorn, to invent your own private planet where everything's perfect and beautiful and you don't have to hang out with other people if you don't want to. I mean, just anything goes, really. I've done this, for example, to heal my relationship with my body. I had this whole phase of my life about 2 years ago where every night I imagined having my ideal body and how amazing that would feel and how effortless it was to have it and maintain it. Things that have actually manifested for me. So anyway, so the importance of imagination. And sometimes I get this resistance when I mention that to people, which is like, well, but I know it's not true, so it feels like I'm lying to myself. And I'm like, yeah, but it's okay. It's going to feel awkward at first, but allow yourself to feel it, not like you're trying to convince yourself that that's possible, but that you're trying to just imagine it and feel how good it would feel if it were possible, if it were true. How good would that feel? And so the other part of this that I wanted to share today, the new element, was that we actually are using our imaginations all day long, whether we think we are or we're not. To give a concrete example, I suffered from workplace anxiety, as I've mentioned many times already. And in that type of situation, when I'm at work, for example, my imagination is playing the entire time, and I'm imagining what people are thinking. And I'm basically inside. I'm assuming what they're thinking. It's an imagination. It's not true most of the time, or it's exaggerated. Sometimes it's really not true. How many times have you thought you know what someone else is thinking, and then you confront them about it, and it turns out like they're not thinking that way at all, or thinking something totally different. So my thought for today, what I wanted to offer people who are interested in something like personal development and healing their minds and their thought, like mindset issues and blockages and emotional problems, is to just pay attention to what you're thinking and to see it as an imagination, just so you realize that it might not be true. And if that's the case, then you can ask yourself, is this thing that I'm imagining, these thoughts that I'm having, are they helping me to feel good or bad? Are they causing me to feel positive emotion or negative emotion? And if they're causing you to feel negative emotion, then give yourself permission to shift your thoughts, these imaginations, in a direction that does feel good. And another part of your brain is going to fight you. It's going to say, but it's not true. This is what I think is true. But be like, okay, but I absolutely don't know that to be true. The work of Katie Byron, she calls it The Work, is a great resource. This is pretty much that process. But just on a really basic level, pay attention to what you're thinking. Ask yourself, how is it making me feel? If it's not making you feel good, ask yourself, what thoughts would make me feel good in this situation? To give another example, I had a friend who is studying right now at uni. He has to learn a lot of game theory by the end of the semester. He's feeling anxiety, as anyone would. And so I was like, well, spend time every day imagining the best possible outcome. Imagine that you enjoy learning it, that you're going to get the best grades. It's going to be much easier than you imagine it's going to be. The tests are going to go really well. You're going to get into a flow with the learning it. So basically, if this went perfect this semester when it comes to this studying for these exams, what would that look like? What would that feel like? And deliberately imagine that a little bit every day, because we're imagining the opposite anyway, and that's not very helpful. So that's all. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.